Good morning guys, welcome back. Today I would like to talk a little bit about importing backpacking gear from America to Europe because I recently got some questions from several of you who were hesitant to buy stuff in America because obviously there are some extra costs involved and a lot of people are afraid to order items from outside of Europe. So therefore I would like to dedicate this video to this subject. As you know by now, I'm not really afraid to order stuff in America. I think there is a lot of awesome backpacking gear to get there, which we obviously can't get here in the Netherlands or not in Europe. So over the years, I collected some gear from America as well. And some examples are my new electronics bag from Hilltop Packs. Spoiler, new gear. A little bag from Hightail Designs. A little foldable table from Cascade Wild. I've got my cozies, my own and Ravi's one, I've got from Canada, so also from abroad. And of course, obviously, my recent purchase, my Weimar gear packs. And all these packages, they arrived in time, or some a little bit quicker than others. But of course I have to pay extra money for all of these products. And when you are ordering gear from America, there are 3 different costs that are involved when you would like to import them. And today I would like to talk about all 3 of them. The first one is the custom clearance fee. These are the costs that incur to submit your package through customs. So to make sure that the package enters your country, it has to go through customs. They will check it. In some cases, they will open it if they do not trust it. Usually they don't. I never have that happen that they opened my package, but of course it has to go through customs. And that's the fee that the Postal Service charges for that. Number 2 is the handling fee. And handling fee is a charge from the Postal Service for all the extra work they do for you. I'm not really sure what work is included, but that's obviously what they charge for it. And some postal services charge a little amount. Some postal services, they charge a ridiculous amount. So that really differs from which one delivers your package. Number 3 are the taxes you have to pay. And over every import you have to pay taxes, of course. And those are taxes like the import duty and the VAT. So that differs as well per product because the height of the cost is also different per product. So it's very hard to say in advance how much an item exactly costs. You can check it up on the internet, but I find it really hard because it turned out that there's never really a 100% accurate pricing that you can find on it. I have, for example, with my Z-Packs duplex tent, I made a quick calculation in front, and I also contacted the Postal Service which was going to deliver my package, so I had an indication, and that differs only a few euros. So that was really accurate and really great to check in advance, so that you've got a sort of indication how much it will cost. So if you would like to know how much it exactly will be, then ask the seller for the weight of the package and the size of the package, plus the Postal Service they are been using. And then you can contact the Postal Service yourself, give them the information about the weight and the size of the package, and they will be able to give you an indication about the total costs. So how much are the total extra costs? My experience is that, like I said, it's never 100% accurate to say this or this amount is going to be charged. But my experience is that the extra costs you have to keep in mind are between 15 and 25 to 30% of the total price of the product or products that you are importing. So that's pretty accurate. That's what I paid. It little bit depends on the charges that the Postal Service is asking you to pay. Like I said, some postal services, they charge a little amount and some charge way more. So that of course has some influence on the end amount. So between 15 and 25 to 30%. If you calculate that in, then you are pretty much safe. And of course there are several postal services that are delivering posts between America and Europe. And my experience are with FedEx, with UPS and USPS. And Of course, I have got my favorites. I think that FedEx is, in my opinion, a great one. It delivers very quickly. It usually is here within 5 days. So that's absolutely great. That's really quick. They do not charge excess amounts. They are really fair in what they charge for the work that they are doing. So I prefer that a package is being sent with FedEx. I was also very happy about UPS. It also has a very quick delivery. It's also always here within a week. But with my Waymark Gear light pack, you maybe saw my community post on my channel. They made such a big mistake in regards to the extra cost that I had to pay. They almost charged me 50% too much. They did recognize their mistake. They sent me a credit nota from it, but they refused to pay that back to me. So it was a case that has been solved by PayPal in the meantime. So thumbs up for PayPal, thumbs down for UPS. I was really happy about UPS, but did make me a little bit hesitant to order again from the States when I see that a company is using UPS to send it with. And then you also got USPS. And if you ask me, USPS, that is a little bit of a disaster. Where FedEx and UPS are sending out their packages and deliver it in within a week, USPS takes easily up to 4-5 months. And you get a tracking code from USPS, but that's not really accurate either. Last week I received a small package from America, and so that arrived around 5th or the 6th of February and has been sent at the beginning of January. And then the first 3 days you can see on the tracking information where your package goes. And after the 4th of January, it got completely silenced. And then you got no information anymore. If you ask them for an update, they will not give it to you. And then all of a sudden, a few weeks or months later, your package appears. So USPS is a really hard one. If you need a package really quickly, make sure that the company does not ship with USPS, is my personal opinion. And then I also had one experience with DHL, and that was fine as well. Nothing special to say about that. Very reasonable costs, reasonably fast shipping. So that's great as well. And then it also depends in which postal service takes over the delivery when it arrives in your own country. For example, mostly that here is PostNL, and PostNL can be very slow as well. When you pay your import taxes and everything, they will easily keep your package for 2 weeks before they deliver it. So it's always very hard to say how quick a package will arrive. So always calculate in a few months. I ordered a jacket last week in America. It has a lead time of 3 to 5 weeks. So then I calculate an extra month or month and a half to add to it. So that's what I always use in a calculation when I know I need this gear. For example, when the season is starting, it's starting in May. So I want everything to be here by the half of April. Then I always make sure that I have ordered everything in March so that it has a month to a month and a half to arrive. And the last subject I would like to cover today is whether you're allowed to import everything. And that's a very easy answer. No, you're not. Backpacking gear like this, no problem at all. I never had any problems. Like I said, customs never opened any of my packages. Nothing has ever been sent back. There is nothing that has not been accepted into the Netherlands. So never had any problems with that. So regular gear like this, you can order without any worries. But obviously there are things that are a little bit harder to import. For example, you cannot import weapons or anything. That's clear, of course. But you also have to be aware of importing animal products and, for example, also food. Because I'm really interested in ordering some backpacking meals in America because the choice there is so much bigger than it is here. But I'm hesitant to order that one. I'm really afraid that customs will take it because you are not allowed to import food. And then I'm not sure how they see that, because if I contacted companies in America personal, like for example Peak Refuel, they tell me that they are not sending food to the Netherlands because it's not allowed to import them. But when I, for example, contact REI, they say that's not a problem at all. So those are products that I'm a little bit hesitant about, and I've not dared to order yet. So if anybody knows more about that, if you are from Europe and you've done that before, ordering those freeze-dried backpacking meals, please let me know, because that would be very helpful to me as well. So I think these are some things you have to keep in mind when you would like to order backpacking gear from the States to Europe. It's not a hard process because you do not have to do anything extra for it. The seller does all the work for you. It becomes different when you are sending to America, but that's a whole different story. So receiving packages, it's not extra work for you as well, so don't be afraid about that. You have to pay the extra cost, obviously. Be aware of that and be aware what you order. And then you would be pretty safe. Then you can order most whatever you like. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have some doubts about ordering in the States, take the chances to order the amazing gear there. It's absolutely worth it. It takes some patience. Sometimes it takes a lot of patience. But once your gear is here, you've got some really unique stuff to carry with you. Really handy stuff. Like I said, stuff we can't get here. Amazing gear that you can take with you. Gear that I absolutely fell in love with. And I absolutely did not... Hi, Ravi. I absolutely did not regret any of my gear that I ordered in America. First, I did regret a little bit this backpack, of course, because of the high extra cost that I have to pay. But that's been solved now as well. And there wasn't a regret of the gear as well, because no matter how high the cost will be, the gear obviously is awesome. But cases like that makes you a little bit more hesitant to order again in the future. But now that has been solved, I am still confident in order my gear there. So I absolutely will keep doing that. By the time some new gear will arrive as well. There is something on the way now from America. There is something in the making. So I'm really looking forward to that. Always curious about what the costs are going to be. But at the end, we will receive an email automatically about the extra costs that I have to pay. So we'll wait for that. And fingers crossed that the costs aren't too high. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any additional questions, please let me know in the comment box below or send me a personal email. And then I would be happy to help you out as far as I'm able to. And for now, as always, thank you for being part of this video. Enjoy the outdoors, and we will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.